is Stephanie, and the background story that led up to me being here is at the point where I met the guys who started Table Grace. It was 2015, and I was working the same Christmas event that they were at. I didn't know at that time that 7 months later I would end up here. But if I go back a little bit further than that, I had been in a very difficult season that started in 2010. I was one morning getting ready for a job interview, and before I left, I ended up with a pain in my head that got worse really fast, and I was sent to the hospital with a large internal bleed in my head that they thought was an aneurysm, but it didn't completely fit the normal symptoms, and so it wasn't fully explained of why it happened. I just know that I had a large bleed in my head, and I was in the hospital for a month and a half. Spent 2 years of physical recovery and struggled with joblessness and doing lots of volunteer work after that. So when I met them in 2015, I ended up here doing the internship in September 2016, and by October it had turned into a paid job.
Cool. So you mentioned the internship. Could you tell us a little bit more about the internship? What happens during the internship, or what did you like most about the internship?
The internship is a 10-day training program that allows people to become accustomed to different aspects of what they do here. And they give you a letter of recommendation. And the goal of it is to help people who have either been out of work for a while or haven't had work yet to have a way, an entry point into paid work.
So, in your opinion, why is Table Grace good for the community?
Table Grace is good for the community mostly because it connects people in need to people who have much, and they are able to help each other to make things better. Table Grace does what they do off of lots of volunteers and lots of donations from the community. And that's not just local churches, but there are local businesses that are helping too, and it's been amazing to watch.
So how has Table Grace helped out your social life or impacted your career aspirations?
Well, I have ended up with some new friends since I came here. But one of the big ways that I've been impacted by Table Grace is that through helping them with community events, I've been able to connect and reconnect to some of the artistic stuff that I was helping with previously. And I have also had the freedom to create art shows and plan on doing more of that type of thing in the future.
So who do you work with at Table Grace, and what do you think of the staff here?
That it's different than jobs that I've had in the past. There's a really creative atmosphere. I like that people take turns doing different things, and that, like I previously had mentioned, that you also have the freedom to create events if you want to, and also to help out with things that wouldn't be possible without Table Grace.
Table Grace is not only focused in food, but spiritual or faith-based. So what's your opinion or in regards to that?
I think it's super important because Table Grace is a Christian ministry, and I kind of think of it as that first. It matters to provide for basic needs, but the reason that the spiritual aspect matters so much is, first of all, God is real. Not everybody believes that, but he is. And if a person doesn't experience his love and involvement in their life, there are certain things that they struggle with. You can feed a person for that day, but there is hunger and needs that people have that food can't fill. And so being able to be introduced to Jesus or reconnect to him if you've gotten distant from him matters a lot. Experiencing God's love through other people who care when it feels like everyone else is turned away is huge.
So, what do you think of the food here?
Well, I have favorite foods. I really like Italian food and I love chocolate. But my favorite thing about the food here is that it's mostly organic.